All right, everyone, welcome to another episode of Renewed Podcast. This is Season 2, Episode 3. We're so glad you're here. I'm Phil.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Xander.
That's right. Xander's paying attention. And we got a great show for you today. We got a great show all the time, but man, there was a lot of stuff that's kind of going on. A lot of craziness happened last week.
Yep.
With the attempted assassination, kind of craziness, but let's talk about some good stuff, man. How's the week been treating you thus far before we get into the heavy stuff, bro? How's
really
going
good? Really good, man. And just a shout out, thank you, Hannah, for being on our first female guest.
That was great.
If you guys are watching this, just about this time, that podcast is up, and we're gonna see how it's doing. But this week's been good. Been working a little bit more. I'm learning a little bit more about the medical field. I do every week, but I'm learning a little bit more about medicine, reconciliation, and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm finishing up my last prerequisite for my Bachelor's of Science in Kinesiology program I'm going to head into in October.
Dang.
Congratulations.
Yep. Thank you, man.
Congratulations, brother. Zan,
Yep.
I noticed you've been having some limp in the walk there. Have you just been listening to They Not Like Us and just dancing a little too much?
Exactly. I just decided to up my walk game, like a little pimping into step, you know what I'm saying?
That. I respect it.
Yeah.
How's everything else been going, though? There may have been a slight injury there, maybe?
Yeah,
with all that pimpage?
Happened just actually right here across that way.
Just right here?
Yeah. The Smith machine. Me and the boy Ethan was doing some goblet squats. Someone wanted to switch it up. Nah, I ain't gonna blame Ethan. It was my fault, but we was doing the Smith machine.
Yeah, it was our fault. It was our fault.
Nah, it was on me. I should have racked it. I thought I racked the weight, but I didn't. And
Did you have someone pushing you for a PR, though? Was that the thing? Was someone
no,
like, hey,
dude, and
not even.
No,
Not
we were
even.
just doing it. They hit, though.
Yeah,
no, those goblet squats hit,
Yeah.
bro. They need to be.
It's,
I think it's a good low-key, a really good alternative to hack squats.
yeah, definitely.
If that doesn't happen, I 100%. I sneezed, went achoo, and I let go of it, and right when I opened my eyes, he was on the ground. I was like, oh my god. I'm like, Xander.
You're like, Xander, you didn't even say bless you, man.
Yeah. Like, okay, dude, that's a little extra, man.
Where your manners? Where your manners at?
Well, I want to get a bless me.
Yeah. Well,
look what happens.
I'm glad you're all right, man. I'm glad you're hanging in there.
A little less of a limp. For some reason, when I wake up, that's like when it hurts the most. But
really,
now.
Yeah. You need to hurry up and get healed so we can start running.
Yeah, we can start doing them run clubs.
Yeah, some run clubs. Look out on Ethan Heath lifts. And do you have a lifting account yet?
No.
Not yet?
No.
I thought you were going to start one a while ago.
I think I am going to start a channel, but I don't think it's going to be lifting related.
No?
No.
On Instagram or like YouTube?
YouTube.
Ah.
I've been brainstorming.
You be brainstorming?
Yeah, brainstorming.
You be brainstorming?
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole lot of brain activity happening behind that beautiful face of his, that modeling face. You know
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Got you, bro.
Make me blush and shit.
He was like, no one's talking about my face.
Yeah.
You're beautiful too, bro. Don't worry about it.
Me? I thought I didn't even know he was talking to me.
Someone gets awkward during compliments. Just complimenting.
No, I was just looking at the camera
just giving a compliment.
Yeah.
He's
like, where's mine?
Pink in the face and everything.
I was like, damn, all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
The rest of the time, he's like, yeah, whatever, Phil. Xander.
Exactly.
It's too cool.
Yeah.
It's too cool. So, yeah, man, our last guest, Hannah, dude, she broke it down, man. There was quite a lot that we were talking about. And, again, great episode. But, dude.
The transparency, man.
Yeah, that was really cool, especially because we talk a lot about anxiety and how to deal with it and stuff. And, obviously, going into the gym is something that you can do. If you got a support system, that's great. But I love hearing from someone that a lot of people would look up to for having like a perfect figure or an obtainable figure or a goal that they want to achieve, and she's still like, man, I have all the days where I struggle. Mm-hmm. I have days where I struggle with that perfection complex.
Exactly.
So,
and there are like some women that look to her that would probably be like, wow, she's perfect, she got it all. But
exactly.
like,
no, yeah, 100%. That was like the most kind of like relatable thing. It's like when you're out, like no one sees you behind. Like closed doors and stuff like that. So like everyone thinks you got it all together. When she was talking about like how people come to her for advice and her for stuff, but like she's not all put together herself. Like that's what she was saying, like so it's just it was a good episode. If you guys haven't watched that yet, definitely I'll put that at the end of the video. It'll be a link. Go ahead and watch that.
I got a little nervous there when I saw that she had tried a Smitty cake before you guys had brought her one. I was like, I saw Ethan's face. It was just
Yeah.
He's like, oh, did you know?
It's like, oh no, oh gosh.
Like, really? Really?
That's cool. That's fine.
Which flavor did you try?
Yeah.
Which one? Oh, you don't remember? Strawberry cheesecake.
I got a little excited when they were talking about the flavors. Like, which one are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
Can't help
Ethan's
it,
like,
man.
so I woke up at 6:50 for nothing?
Yeah, we woke up at 6:45, guys, just for these damn Smitty cakes. Kept it in a nice, cool location.
What location?
The bottom of my fridge, so
Okay.
no one would eat it.
Yeah,
Because that's the most scared part. I was like, I hope someone doesn't like, oh no, what's this? Eats it the day
Yeah.
of. I'd be like,
You have,
do
like,
you
a little
realize what
sticky
you've
note.
done?
Do you realize what you've done? Yeah, no, definitely, no, and shouts to Smitty for bringing him in. He's dude. We're starting a craze, man. We're gonna be turning some people into Smitty fans, no matter what, man.
Definitely.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
some good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, good guests so far. It's a great way to start our season, and it's a great way to start the episode. I don't know if you guys can hear in the background, man. This is what I love to hear, man. People in the gym, people working out,
Yep.
people talking, the plate slamming. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
Yeah.
it's
Some
one of
throwback Uzi before
You
he
hear the
became weird as
grunts, you hear the, yeah.
those, yeah.
People just
getting after it.
conversating.
No, I love it,
Good.
man. And so that's
Yeah.
one of the reasons why we wanted to do this is so that you can get all of that. And so
Yeah.
we could have a podcast in the middle while people are working out.
Yep.
This is exactly what I love, man. I love seeing people getting after it. And it's busy on a Sunday.
100%.
I like seeing that, man.
Hasn't been this busy in a minute. I mean, we
No.
are here a little bit early.
But
Yeah.
what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You know
what I
What are you going to do? Xander has some obligations he's got to attend to.
Yeah.
So.
Trabajo, if you know what that means.
If you know, you know.
What the? You see that?
What?
What was going on with that?
What do you do?
Switcher guy getting a little aggressive with me.
Yeah. Some switcher hate. You're not going to be on the pod for the rest of the episode now. It's just going to be me and Ethan.
Exactly, yeah. He's got to go
man.
deal with you.
Well, that's going to be a shame because we actually have Xander here with a few hot takes.
Yeah.
Right, and a few different topics of discussion for us. And we're going to start off a little light. We don't want to get too heavy because some things are happening.
Yeah.
Lots
Big-
changing.
Big
This
changes.
is 1 week after some pretty historical events happened. We're going to break that down a
We are
little bit
living
too.
in history, man.
Living through
Like,
history. That's kind of crazy, bro.
That's going to be in history books.
That's
dude.
crazy, bro. Where were you when Trump got shot at?
Where was I?
Where was I?
Yeah, that's what
On my
I'm
way to
just
work,
saying in general,
actually.
like a question. Like, where were you
in
when?
the future?
Yeah, like where were you like when the
oh.
Twin Towers got hit?
Where were you when the 45th president?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was,
Well, son,
I was making memes, son. I was
I was
trolling
just watching-
online.
I was gooning with my boys.
I was on TikTok.
Yeah, we were dancing.
Yeah.
So yeah, living through history. But before we get into all of that, Zan, what's up with the hot takes, man? What you got for us today?
All right, fellas. So, we all know about astrology, correct?
Yeah.
We know it's like pretty much factually correct, right?
Yeah, I mean,
100%.
Okay, do y'all know what a birth chart is?
A
no.
birth chart?
A birth chart.
Chart.
Yeah.
No.
All right, I just found out what this was earlier this week, and the way it got explained to me through TikTok comments is
I was going to
pretty
say,
much-
who spilled this information?
TikTok.
yeah, it's pretty much as vital information as your social security number.
What?
Your birth chart, man.
It's
Get with
just,
it.
it's just as like,
Vital.
And vital to like no, pretty much
You can't
how
live
I
without it.
saw it is with this birth chart. If someone gets a hold of your birth chart,
Mhm.
or like for some, these stupid people are posting their birth charts because it means so much,
mhm.
and it's like, oh my gosh, people are posting their birth charts. Like now I know your deepest, darkest secrets, your past, future, present. Like,
Wow.
they're talking about shit. I can hex you now. Now that I know all this
Yeah,
information.
fucking money
What?
moms. Money moms.
On some witchcraft shit.
Yeah.
Like people are like dead serious about this birth chart thing. I was going through a little deep dive. I'm like, damn.
On
I
yourself?
Even, yeah. I even while I was at work had a little downtime. Me and a couple coworkers plugged our birth chart information in. Found out some good information. about myself.
There's a site or
Yeah.
there is.
Yeah, there's a site.
Yeah. You're like,
Found
all I
out-
had to do was agree to give up all of my birthright information to this company.
Yeah.
They said that they
exactly.
wouldn't do anything bad with it, but yeah.
Xander's like, no. You have to enter in your social security number to get
Yeah,
that
to get it,
information.
because-
That's what it is.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
I
it's
found
secure.
out I'm pretty intelligent. Yeah. Charismatic.
Yeah.
Charismatic, funny.
I'll be
You know.
smart. My vocab be tight.
Yeah, you're a moron. That's what you
I found out my vocab slap.
are. Bro, what is going on?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about birth charts. So what? It tells you like all the
Like
Like
your-
traits
like
of
your
when
sign.
you were born. Yeah. So you know how like there's the main one like for me, I'm a Virgo, which red flag. I don't know.
Yeah.
And
I'm a Pisces. Oh, emotional wreck.
yeah.
Looking at me like that.
I don't even know what I am. What's
Why
January?
are you looking at me like that? What's going on?
What's January? Capricorn. I can pick.
Yeah, I can pick.
January 16.
So I think you're a
Aquarius. Oh, okay, Aquarius.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what that means though.
I don't
What is
know
an
either.
Aquarius.
I don't know.
Let's look
You
look
gotta-
up your.
There's different meanings to like what you are.
Okay, so while Xander's talking about them charts,
Yeah.
We'll
I'm
find out
actually
how
curious.
Phil's really supposed to be. We'll see if it lines up.
Yeah.
But
and
yeah, pretty
Aquarius.
much. I think there's like a whole like Scott, you're like rising sun, something moon.
Yeah.
There's like it was
Whole
like a
thing.
whole book pretty much that was like about how I'm born and how I'm supposed to be as a person. And there was so many charts. It's just like ridiculous to me that
Yeah.
people actually
It's like you have
believe
to
it.
be interested in it to actually like be willing to read it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's also like you have to. There's so many traits that anybody can just like, oh yeah, that's me. Oh my gosh, this makes perfect sense.
I think
it's
I'm
like
with
so much
Aiden.
relatable shit.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? That
I'm funny.
can tie with
Yeah,
real-
I think
I'm
I'm
with
with
you.
you.
Yeah, exactly,
Because
exactly.
Aquarius is the 20. Anything after the 20th.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you're a
I'm
Capricorn.
a Capricorn.
Yeah.
Is that good?
I don't know, man.
I
Let's
don't
find
know.
out. Yeah,
I don't know.
we're about to find out a lot of information about Phil right here.
horoscope.
man.
Yeah, I'll break it down because we'll see what it means. Capricorns. Oh, here's a horoscope.
Oh.
Oh boy.
It offers steady progress in both personal and professional realms, with new opportunities presenting themselves. Stay grounded, embrace change with an open mind. And I can also get some sandals from Temu.
That's how you know it's a
That's how you
reliable
know
site.
it's legit.
Uh-huh.
Plus, you should get these sandals. It's like, got it. So,
They're
I mean, okay. I don't see how that's applicable.
Dude,
Wait,
there's so
hold
much
on.
more that you can't even dive into right now.
Yeah, you
I
said-
mean, you have like a rising. You have like, I don't even know, dude. I don't even know. There's like a sun. There's a moon. There's like planets and stuff like that.
You
I know Snapchat
if
has
that's
it,
your
right?
thing,
Yeah, I
then,
think
you
so.
know, okay.
Okay, well here's what I found out about Phil
Ooh.
with just a quick research.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be
Google
pretty
AI.
hardworking, which yeah, you're pretty hardworking.
Sounds like, eh.
Focused, practical, leaders, and romantic. It says you're a sophisticated lover who's gentle and nurturing, but they can also be intense and single-minded.
Intense and single-minded. That's actually pretty.
Is that me and you?
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Intense, yes.
Yeah.
I try to have a perspective on things, like a multi, like.
Yeah, but when you're set, bro, I mean, it can be
That's
pretty
true.
intense if you're like.
That's true.
Yeah, but but I don't know. There's just
Yeah.
a way you explain it. I don't know.
I'm pretty direct when it comes to certain things.
Yes,
Yeah.
very, very.
It's
Yeah,
like, oh.
that's a good. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good. Yeah.
Like the hotel. All right,
Oh,
listen,
God.
ma'am.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. No,
There
no, no.
was some complications
He's like-
at our resort.
No, man. Let me speak to your manager. You went total Kevin on them, bro.
Bro,
You know what?
sometimes.
You know what Kevin is?
No.
It's the male version of Karen.
Yeah. Kind of weird.
He's like, great, yeah, I love that.
Thanks, Kev.
Exactly. Back to you, Kev.
Yeah, back to you, Kev. So no, yeah, there was just some complications, and we had to handle it, and it just so happened that I had a very snooty attitude about it.
Yes. We were trying to get you guys the last episode of the season, the finale.
It's important. A lot riding, high stress.
I guarantee you, bro.
That's right.
They saw us up there and they're like, "Oh, that's it. Hey, I know we don't normally let this happen, but hey, man,
Let that dude slide.
see that guy right there?
Yeah.
We've been bugging him
Leave him
all
alone.
week.
Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Leave
Yeah.
it alone.
At this point, he's gonna get a lawyer.
I know. Sir, you guys aren't allowed to film up here. Phil goes,
Oh, buddy."
my God.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my God. You
I will
guys
call
have
the
just...
concierge like that. Yeah, no, it is what it is, man. But we had a good time.
We all have our moments. Yeah, we all
We
have
had a
our
good
moments.
time. But I think that there's a couple of things that are somewhat accurate in that. But yeah,
For astrology?
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can
But
find some accuracy.
Yeah, like I was saying, I feel like there's so many personality traits that you could just be like, anybody could just
Anyone
be like,
can,
yeah,
like-
that applies to me.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
applicable to a lot of people.
And you know, if you think about it from like I don't know, I guess a logistics or like just for at face value, there are correlations between gravitational pull and the moon and the tide and all those things. So to think that, and even the Bible says that there's going to be signs in the stars and stuff. So I think maybe some people may misconstrue that and think that could be something. I don't know, but I would think that there are some sort of correlation between, like, if there's physical correlations with like gravitational pull and all that kind of stuff. We're in a cycle of orbit and all that stuff. There's got to be some sort of correlation to it.
Yeah.
Somehow. I just don't know if it's like, oh well, because I was born in this month, like now some like calendar knows all about me. That's like the part that I have like beef with. Like, don't tell me who I am, Mr. Calendar.
Because I was born on January 20th.
This day,
yeah,
doesn't mean that I'm X, Y, and Z. But if it turns out that I actually am that, well then, F me.
All right. Well, I guess so.
Yeah, but all right. But
yeah,
I think there's a correlation, but I don't look too deep into it.
Okay.
It's just like, okay, cool.
Yeah, maybe like maybe
surface level
things, surface level things, not as deep as people make it out to be. My favorite thing to do is like I like to make people who are really into it like guess what I am, and then they'll be like, I'm gonna guess you're a Leo. I'll be like, oh my god, yeah, you're right. They're like, really? I
just
got it.
play
Like,
into
no.
it.
yeah. It's the best thing ever when you're like, oh, you're an Aquarius? Yep. How'd you know? It's like, oh, well, you're this, and this. Hey, no, I'm actually not an Aquarius. I'm not that sign actually.
Oh my god, that is exactly what someone of your sign would do.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
What are you?
It's such a Capricorn thing to say.
You're manipulative. You're manipulative. Yeah. That makes so much more sense.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Crazy, man. So yeah, Zan, was that your take on astrology?
Yeah, that was my take.
Crazy, bro.
What else you got?
Well, do we dive right into the current events, or do y'all want to go with a little bit more conspiracy route? Or maybe not even conspiracy route.
I mean,
but more
Zan, I'll take your word for the conspiracy. I mean, Zan, you got your finger on the pulse of hot topics.
All right.
So if this is what's going down, let's talk about it.
All right. Just saw TikTok about this yesterday, so I wanted to get your guys' perspectives.
Yeah.
Especially just because of how you guys think. I want to know what you guys think.
Mm-hmm.
So we all know about like pyramids and stuff. It's like a big thing, like how they built that stuff.
Yeah.
And have you all heard about like the old architecture that's like perfectly like 100-ton granite stones, just like perfectly what you call it?
Carved?
Yeah, carved, like things that you would need like machines with current modern technology to make and to move, like of how they did that. So pretty much my question is, what do you guys think about, like, do y'all think that there was a time back then where civilizations were more modern, that's how they were able to do all these things, or do y'all think maybe they just like grinded that shit out with thousands of slaves that they had?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen different theories of like people being 5 times the size of what we are now. So those things
like giants?
Are basically, yeah, or like humans or whatever was living on the earth at that time was just they were so much bigger. So those were just basically like, like a big ass brick that it was probably heavy for them. Like they weren't as big as these huge, like, things, but it wasn't as like it's not like,
really,
yeah. I've seen that, and that was kind of interesting, but it is, I mean, I don't even know how, do you know how far they date back, the pyramids?
No,
BC,
I don't.
right?
Is that before?
Definitely BC.
Yeah, I think it's literally before recorded human history.
Is it?
Yes. Like,
so that's nuts.
Yeah, I think
that is that.
And here's the thing that's kind of weird. So if you look at like old like Persian ancient, what were we gonna say?
Between 27,000 to 15,000 BC were the earliest
so that's
pyramids.
12,000 years.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't even know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
15 to
Before we started writing
27,000
history
before Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that is
it's insane.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was that far.
Yeah.
Like, back.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, there's a lot of artifacts, like Persian artifacts and artifacts around that area, where they have carved these creatures, like almost like king-like looking creatures with beards, and they look human, but they also have 4 wings, and they have like these.
You talking about demons right now?
No. No. Well, I mean, and I guess that could be up to interpretation, because if you want to go all the way back, in the word where it says, a third of the angels were, cast out of heaven with Satan after the rebellion, after the great fight, and they were cast down. A lot of these creatures, I guess, if you were somebody recording them, and they would look huge and angelic and out of this world and winged, because that's kind of how they're described, biblically, of these creatures that are kind of just crazy, with multiple eyes and multiple wings, and
Yeah.
And so if they were to get cast down and there was civilization at the time, then we would see these large figures with wings. And a lot of the history of ancient Egypt would show like Anubis, which is like the dog head on top of a body, or I don't know all of them, so I may be wrong, but there's some of them that have like the eagle's head.
The eagle head, yeah.
I think it's like Ra, or the Eye of Ra, or something like that. And so you also hear about in that time these creatures creating creatures, these creatures that fell from the sky, and then creating creatures, and then these creatures getting cast down into the ocean, into these ocean depths. And then you look at historical photos of these where there's no light in the ocean. They just look like demonic almost, these crazy creatures. So kind of putting all that in together, I know it's kind of talking about conspiracy. Could it be that these fallen angels were ones that gave the human race advanced ability to think, or even things like galvanization, or not galvanization, I'm sorry, what is it, alchemy, like where you're taking different metals and now we're making swords, and now I'm going to teach you how to wage war. And so there's all these things like in the book of Enoch it talks about that, and that book's been taken out of the Bible. So now we're really just getting into conspiracy.
Now we're really getting down to it.
But in the book of Enoch, it talks about how these fallen angels were the ones to teach humans about war, and about how to yield metal and create it into something completely different, like swords and armor and all that stuff. And so wouldn't you look
Why
to
was that taken out of the Bible?
I was going to ask, is there a specific reason?
That is super
so there's
weird.
been a lot of things over the ages that have been redacted from the Bible. The oldest known copy of the Bible is in Ethiopia right now, and it's literally bound in animal skin, and like it's insane.
Yeah, the Ethiopian Bible's older than the European Bible.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it wouldn't surprise me, through just the translation of languages, that there would be certain things that would be taken out or added, because there may not be a similar word in different languages, right? So some things may need to be changed. But then there's also people who say, once the Spanish Inquisition got involved and was just executing people and torturing people, that there was a lot of Bible that got changed then as well, to make it more of an authoritative figure, or make it more of an authoritative state book, where now whoever adopts this religion is now in control of everything, and you have to listen to them as if they were the gods, or they were the ones that because I have the authority of this book, you have to bow down to me. And that's kind of the Spanish Inquisition and the Great Crusade and all that kind of stuff took place. So yeah, lots of history. Lots of stuff that got taken out of the Bible. And if you the book of Enoch, you can buy it. Like, it's on Amazon. You guys, anyone out there can go, you can just buy it.
That'd be an interesting read. I would be very curious as to, I mean, they've taken but once you take out a whole book, it's like, what else is like subjected? Right. What else can be subjected to like just be withdrawn?
Right. And
what else?
Who's the authoritative figure that allows this? Because you look at all the different.
That's weird.
The Bible versions. Weird. I mean, when you look at like the ones that we all know of, like the King James version, New King James version, New Living Translation version, like all the ones that we would kind of know. Those are all the ones that we know about. What are the ones in history that have gotten changed that we may not know about?
See, that's interesting. Like the Book of Enoch would probably be an interesting read if you're like thinking about like alchemy and stuff like that.
Or even
that would
just
be
like
very, very interesting.
Potential history that
the Book of Enoch talks about Lucifer and all the angels coming down and stuff.
And it talks kind of about that time period and just what creatures were cast down.
That's nuts.
It could be that it was just too much for people to kind of conceive. And if you think about the Book of Revelations, it talks about like a 7-headed beast coming out of the sea with 7 crowns, and some people not misinterpret, but some people interpret that as the 7 major nations and the 7 powers that are in control of those nations. And so it may not be a literal beast that rises. It says it has the face of like a lion or something like that, or the face of a dragon. And you look at England.
It has to be a dragon, because a lion's more so like
Like
a positive biblical.
Yeah, but also
Right.
Satan and during the end times, he's going to proclaim himself to be the savior.
Oh yeah.
And so he may, don't know what kind of form he's going to take on. And it says he's going to deceive people too. So he may say, "Oh no, I am the real God, and that's why I'm coming in the form of a lion, because that's how God came, and now I'm the reincarnated." So it's possible he could.
Yeah, and then like with that being said, there's a lot of talk. Like I was talking to my boy Ethan, and he was saying that some people think he's gonna be. Some people think, because I don't know, are we gonna talk about the whole like? Yeah, I think we are. He said he said that people believe that if Donald Trump is the next president, he'll be the last president.
I know, I heard a lot of people saying that too. Yeah.
Because isn't there something biblically? I don't know it well enough. You probably do, but isn't it when the world is completely at peace, Israel's at peace, everything's at peace? Isn't that like a major sign of like, there's
like
world peace, and then just everything.
So
erupts?
in the end times, the tribulation of the 7 years, there's going to be there will be a time of peace, and then it'll be like 3 years of peace, and it'll be like 3 years of chaos, or 3.5 years of peace, 3.5 years of total and utter like crazy chaos. But I don't necessarily know if that is what's going to do. I think it could go. Who knows? Because only the Father knows the time and the place.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think that if Donald Trump does get into power, I think, unfortunately, we're so far gone as a nation that even if he was to come into power, I'm not sure what that would look like, just because of where we're at economically, where things are going to be going economically. I'm predicting that there's probably going to be a extremely huge world economic crash that just devastates everything. I mean, I'm talking about like just utterly just decimates the playing field of economics, where if you were a major player, you're probably going to be fine and make more money. But for those that don't have, or that are the have-nots, it's going to be something that people have never seen before. It's all adding up to that. You look at that housing market with interest rates that are super crazy, inflation that's crazy. We went off of the petrodollar, so now people don't need to buy the US dollar
currency
to buy their oil for their nations. And so the only thing that we had going for us and our value was that it was tied to oil.
God damn.
We no longer have that.
Now
so
the yen
all
is.
the Fed is doing now is just printing money. Well, who wants that money?
No one.
So it's literally on borrowed time before the whole bubble bursts, right?
Yeah.
You figure this. We print money, and it's backed by the Fed, right? The Fed says, okay, I'm guaranteeing that in your bank account, if anything happens, the Fed will come in, and we guarantee that we will replenish that up to $20,000, okay? It's FDIC in short.
I thought it was 250,000.
I don't know. It could be.
But
I
even
think you're
like
right. I think you're right.
big baller millionaires, it's like
Right. The
Yeah.
amount of money that's in personal banks eclipses the amount that is in the Federal Reserve just for that specific reason. So if the market fails, the Federal Reserve is going to come in, and they're going to save supposedly all of these smaller banks that people have money in there. So they're going to need to replenish that. Well, the amount of money that's in banks right now eclipses the amount that could be covered by the Fed.
Yeah.
So you figure our money is being printed and backed by the Fed, but our Fed is using the money that we're printing to supply your bank account, and if anything happens. So can you see, like, it's this circle of just like, where's our actual money? So with that all being said,
that's why they say money's a concept.
exactly.
Mhm.
And so with that being said, I don't know if we'll last past a good couple of years. I think we may have 1 or 2 good years left with Trump, maybe one, and then the economy is going to take a dive.
Fuck.
That's what I think. I think we may have one good year where everyone's like, "Yo, let's try. Let's do what we can. Everyone's gonna galvanize and make America great again. We're gonna have this great spirit." But then I think something's gonna happen, because even if he wins, I mean, they tried to assassinate this guy. Do you think the powers that be are going to let the economy just be great? You think they're gonna be, let's just turn the economy back on and let's lower interest rates and make things easier for people right now?
Maybe they'll just
No
wait
way.
4 years. I mean, that could be a possibility too. Like, hey, he can't run again after these 4 years. Like, he's done. No, he can't run again. So it's like,
You know,
you
I
just
just want to take over after him?
who?
Barron.
Who?
Huh?
Barron, his son.
Oh, his son?
Oh.
I think his son Barron is will take up the realm, and he'll probably be like, and this is just conspiracy, pure conspiracy. I
You think he's going to try to run for the Trump family?
100%.
Yeah.
He's already getting into politics. He does something where for donor events and things like that, he actually meets some of these leaders that will come in that have big money, big donations. The last time that they had one of those for the presidency, it was Barron that was greeting people. He's like, hey, welcome to the event. Thank you for coming here, blah, 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 at 18. So now he's meeting all these dignitaries, people around the world, and he's saying, hey, thanks for coming out here. Not only that, Patrick Bet-David, who has a podcast, was talking how he met Barron at one of these events, and Barron walked Patrick Bet-David to his car just to be like, hey, man, thanks for coming out. It was a pleasure to meet you. You know, thank you for the support. You know, we look forward to seeing you at the next event. He goes, this kid's 18 and he walked me to my car.
Yeah.
Like, who does that? Like, this kid's a stud. And so you saw him at another rally waving his hands, you know, doing the fist pump and stuff.
Oh.
So I think that because he's 18, by the time, you know, he's allowed to run.
Which is what?
Like
I think you have to be 24 or 25.
Oh, okay.
I thought okay. I thought
He'll be
30.
right there.
Yeah.
And so I think he'll probably end up running. And because he is so young, it's almost like not being tainted by the system. And just having like your dad like be your mentor and everyone loving his dad and things like that.
That's
I could
true.
totally see people saying, you know what?
Because his dad could be his mentor through his presidency.
Exactly. And I think it's going to be more of, I think Barron is going to take more of a Trump position in Trump's, somewhere in Trump's leadership as like a protege, like just soaking everything in. I think you're going to see him on the campaign trails, and then you're going to see him in the White House when Trump becomes president. I think you're going to see a lot of Barron Trump, and that will
get 4 years of practice and learning and stuff like that. Not practice, but
you essentially like learning how to speak with people, learning how to handle these situations. And if Joe Biden has Hunter Biden in the Oval Office there helping him make decisions and things like that, I have a feeling that Trump is going to going to have his son Barron in there as well.
That's true.
And so it's only going to be a matter of time before he starts getting in the public eye. People really start seeing Barron as this figure. And he's already huge. Barron is taller than Trump. I don't know if you've seen those pictures.
Oh, I thought you meant like popular.
No,
he's like, he's already huge. Like,
he's
he's popular.
Like, I'd say he's
no,
probably
you meant he's big.
6'5", maybe.
Damn.
He's huge.
Damn.
He's huge. So he already has this grandiose kind of stance to him and like this kind of like pull. You know, he's young, he's a good-looking cat, and he's super tall, and he's a Trump.
Yeah.
Put all that stuff together, man. I think he's probably going to run for some sort
Who
of
knows?
office when Pop is all done with the country.
That'd
Well,
be
damn, dude.
interesting.
We got really into that. Yeah.
But not only that, that also goes into kind of what we're talking about next, which is our next hot topic.
next topic.
Biden dropped out.
Yeah.
So Biden dropped out. That was crazy. I think the announcement was made this morning.
I mean, everybody knew it was
Yeah.
coming, but they
Everyone
thought it was going to be
pressuring him.
after. Like, if he got reelected.
So I guess they're saying he's going to finish out his presidency.
Yeah, and then
but he's just not going to run.
Yeah, he's endorsing Kamala Harris.
Mm.
So Kamala Harris might be at the presidential debates.
Well, she would
against
have
Trump.
to be.
Yeah, she'd have to.
So that'll
be interesting.
Could you imagine Kamala v. Trump, bro, at like a actual debate? That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Because she's got a lot of backing just because she's
woman
who
of
she
color.
is.
Yeah.
So I think that this was their plan all along.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm really not surprised. Like there was conspiracy that Biden was gonna croak or something was gonna happen, and then Harris was gonna get her.
Yeah.
Oh
get a
yeah,
seat.
they thought it was gonna happen like 4 years ago.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, he's old. He's
month
probably
2.
gonna. Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll be in for like a year max, and then Kamala's gonna be our president. That's what they thought.
Well, now they have to run with Kamala somewhere on the ticket because all of the donations have been made for a Harris-Biden ticket. You can't just take that money and say, oh, well, I'm going to go give it to somebody else. No, that's now fraud because I gave you money under the pretense that you
was
are
going
running.
to be you, yeah.
Right, and now you're no longer running. So legally speaking, they have to use that. They have to use Kamala. Or all that money that they raised, they can't use it.
Yeah.
So where's it gonna go?
Where's
Well,
Joe going to go?
Where's the money gonna go?
Well, no, now they can use it.
No, they can't. That's what I'm saying. They have all this money raised. They can use it as long as Kamala is still on there, whether she is on the ticket as a vice president or whether she's on the ticket as the new president.
Oh.
And here's the thing. That's another tricky thing. what do the powers that be, or the ones that control the Democrat Party, what are they going to do? Because Kamala has the experience, but she's not very popular. So do they make her the president and then have her pick a vice president? Is that enough to beat Trump? Or will they say, no, you're still going to be vice president, and that'll keep you on the ticket, but we're going to have somebody else step in to run as president, and then piss off all the people that voted for Kamala as a woman of color.
Exactly.
And so now they just made everybody else upset because of that. So they got, just because Biden dropped out doesn't mean that it's smooth sailing for them at all.
Yeah.
Not to mention there's over $900 million from a super PAC group that refused to donate to Biden Harris, and they said, as long as you're in this, we're not going to donate any money. So think about that. $900 million they didn't have access to until Joe Biden just dropped out. And so
now they have access to it.
Now they have,
mil?
Yes.
Holy shit.
So yeah, there's a super PAC that said, here's $900 million. You want it? You got to drop out. And so that happened a couple of days ago. So that has got to be a contributing factor to why they kicked Biden out. Like, bro, we need some money.
Yeah.
Trump's like, 900 mil? I could have wrote you a check, bro. What's going on? I could have paid you up.
I could have kept you in, man.
Serious. Well, speaking of checks, did you hear Elon's pledge every single month what he's going to be pledging?
No.
To Donald Trump?
To Donald Trump. He made a pledge.
Well, I saw the tweet. He's like, after this event, I am fully endorsing Donald J. Trump. I saw that. I didn't see the amount.
So he is pledging millions every single month until the election. You want to guess how much he's donating a month?
30 million.
50.
45.
Damn.
For president, 45.
For 45 mil a month?
Because he's the 45th president.
Because he's the Elon always does stuff like that. Little kitschy kind of stuff.
Just like, dude, here's 45 mil just for the jokes.
He's going to donate 45 million.
He's 45 million a month. You know how many Americans here's $1,000 to every American ever. Bro, that'd be the biggest tax write-off ever for him.
Serious.
Yeah, it's just for, I'm donating all this.
If you just want to eliminate your taxes for 1 year.
He should start his own bank. And then he would really like
dude, a Tesla bank?
The Rock House or what is it? Not Rock House.
BlackRock.
BlackRock.
Yeah.
Then I think
Those
they would try
guys
to kill
amazing.
him, bro. No, that's a whole thing too, bro. Like, we love BlackRock. Thank you for buying, 90% of the housing market and
dude.
Having
how's this for some BlackRock entertainment?
Yeah.
BlackRock, amongst other corporations, Meta was a corporation as well.
Facebook?
Right. Yeah. A major financial institute that all of these players, BlackRock, Meta, all invested in to handle their investments. It's an investment firm. Put a $12 million bet against DJT stock the day before he was assassinated.
$12 million.
$12 million that his stock would crumble. It's called. I think it's a put. I think it's the actual. It's a stop or a put. If I'm wrong, someone put it in the description. But there on the market, the stock market, there was a $12 million stop, and basically it's just a bet that if Ethan has stock, I'm placing a bet. I'm not investing in it. I'm investing that his stock
is
crumbles.
It's going to drop. Right.
And it was a day before he.
And it was the day. And then the following day, it disappeared on the market. That investment firm, gone.
The firm itself?
The firm that got all that money, gone.
Wait, so his stock actually dropped from that?
No, they were because if you're dead, then DJT stock is dead with it, right?
Yeah.
So they bet $12 million against it, and were priced to make like $250 or something like that off of it. If the stock crumbled.
So they would have made $250 million.
Yes.
If
he had passed. They were just betting that the stock would crumble.
Yeah.
Like you can put one of those bets on any stock. Any stock that you want to, you can place a bet that it will fail.
Yeah.
You can place a bet that it will rise. And that's where my terminology is a little bit shaky. I don't know if it's called a stop or a put, but there was one that was placed on DJT, which is how he trades Truth Social. I think it's Truth Social is traded on DJT publicly. And so they're essentially saying that Truth Social is going to tank because if there's no one to run Truth Social and there's no DJT, then the stock's going to crash. So they bet that the stock was going to crash the day before the assassination.
It's gone down 20.
Probably a lucky guess, right?
Lucky guess. Even luckier that they were able to recoup their $12 million.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because I know when I place bets in what is that? Not place bets, but Robinhood is what I'm thinking of.
Robinhood. Yeah.
And I'm just rounding up some change. I don't get that change back if the stock.
I don't get that 50 cents, man.
No. And obviously, S&P 500, that type of stuff, you're probably going to be safe if you're just incrementally investing in stuff like that.
long term type
NASDAQ,
things.
you're probably going to be all right. But if you're doing that kind of stuff, shorts and all that, you really have to kind of know some things.
Yeah.
And I think they were up on some shit.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, and then everyone's saying, well, look at Mark Zuckerberg. Now he's saying, like, Trump looked really cool after he got shot. I don't know if y'all saw that. Did you see Mark Zuckerberg going in an interview talking about...
his robot ass.
Right?
Trump looked amazing out
He was
there.
like, and you know, there's some part of you that has to resonate seeing that, you know, as an American, you know, that resonates with you as a form of power of leadership. You can't help but see that as leadership. And it's like, bro, Meta just invested to kill this dude like a week ago.
Yeah.
And then you're over here talking like, oh no, like I thought it was profound. Like, bro, you saw that and you, Mr. Zuckerberg, went, oh shit.
Yeah.
You were not like, yeah, America. No, bro, you were shitting bricks.
He said,
bro.
this didn't go according to my calculations.
Yeah,
exactly.
for real. So I think
Janine, mark on the calendar. I need to make an apology letter.
Yeah, exactly.
and hold my
Good.
calls.
Yeah.
Janine.
Yeah, seriously. Janine, I thought this was your connection.
Yeah.
You vouched for this guy.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like shedding his skin when he gets stressed or something.
Seriously,
Snake.
bro.
Like a fucking lizard.
Dude, yeah, so there's just way too many inconsistencies with all the stuff happening,
Yeah.
you know, surrounding this. And it all kind of circulates back to, you know, just this conspiracy wheel that just never stops revolving, man.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we can talk about that
4 days.
all darn day. All darn day.
Yeah, it's like everything connects to something else, you know?
It's crazy, man. But yeah, it does look like that there's been more money received on Donald Trump's end than ever before. And with Elon now pledging $45 million a month, bro, he gonna be rolling in it, man.
There's a lot of, and like, just so we make sure, guys, we're not trying to, like, we're just basically trying to talk about it just objectively, you know, just, this is some crazy shit. And like we said at the very, very beginning of all of this mess, we're living in history right now. Like, this is all history. So, yeah, take it for as you want, but
Yeah,
this is like a,
it's an incredible time, man.
it's an incredible time. It is a weird time. It's
a little nutty.
weird, man.
Yeah, it's very frightening, low key. I try to, you know, if anybody gets anxiety about this shit, just try to only control what you can, you know?
Exactly.
You can't do anything about all that other stuff that's going on.
Yeah, but you can go to the store, you can stock up, you can get ready.
You can buy your ammo. Get
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
Buy
Build your bunkers. Yeah, exactly. Build a bunker. All right.
Yeah.
5 years of food and water.
Yeah. I have 10 years of tuna packets in my fucking
Dude,
pantry.
I was gonna
ready.
say, have you ever seen the Preppers, the show,
Yeah,
the
Doomsday
Doomsday Preppers?
Oh,
Dude, everyone
bro.
makes fun of these
Doomsday
motherfuckers.
Preppers.
But if that shit ever happened, they'd be like, "Who's laughing now,
Yeah.
idiots?" Like,
Yeah, as he's like,
y'all
power,
were fucking laughing at us the last 10 years. Look at us now.
Yeah, he's pedal powering like his generator.
his entire house.
Watching TV with his foil. I knew it. Y'all call me crazy.
The whole time. Yeah, I've been ready for this.
Nah, because there's some weird like preppers. Like, some of them make sense. Like, yeah, I'm here for, you know, if Russia sends a nuclear bomb or something like that. But then they're like, some of them are just like, what, bro? Like, that would never. Like,
Yeah, that would
what?
never even fucking happen.
What are you talking about? You're worried
people
about the
really-
rapture, bro? You're not gonna be able to do anything.
Yeah.
Well, you're not God.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you prepared for? Like, Mother Earth is gonna Mother Earth.
Yeah,
She been
exactly.
Mother Earth since day one.
Yeah, since day one.
I'm preparing for a
Till the day
catastrophic
after we die.
earthquake, splitting the world into two. It's
Yeah.
like,
He's like,
and how do you plan on surviving that?
Oh,
You see-
titanium.
yeah,
He
titanium.
thinks titanium.
Titanium.
Reinforced
I built
steel.
my own gravitational pull. So after the Earth explodes, I'll create my own planet.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, like your own civilization.
Yeah.
Once the planet starts to split, I turn this little machine on, and it keeps my house together.
Yeah. I used to work at CERN. We're splitting atoms down here in this bunker. I'm gonna restart civilization
Exactly.
and create
I'm
a new
actually gonna
energy
shrink
source.
myself. So.
You ever seen Ant-Man? Similar to that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I did.
Yeah.
I owned a biotech comp when I was when I was like 17, 18.
Yeah.
You ever heard of I don't know any biotech companies.
Yeah.
I don't either. Sorry.
Me neither.
Sold it to Vivek Ramaswamy. He took that shit to the moon.
Yeah, I took it to the moon.
I thought
man.
Vivek was gonna do something like in politics. I mean, there's still time.
I think
but
he is.
You
I
think he's gonna be in Trump's cabinet?
That'd be awesome.
Like in some like.
Just because I think that he's a little less controversial. He's a little less controversial, but he's a, you can tell like between it all, he's just a good. He fights for the Constitution. Every one of the amendments. He doesn't favor any other ones.
Yeah.
He's very active. He travels. He communicates. Like there's not. I don't think there's
He's
one.
very
I don't think there's
active,
one
yeah.
question where he's like, oh, I can't answer that. Oh, like what are you asking me that for? He's like, no, like every single question, no matter if it's controversial, opinionated, whatever, he always answers. I've never seen him turn the question down.
Here's two concerns that I have with Vivek. Just
Okay.
two. I think one thing that I was kind of a little bit odd was he said a lot of stuff that Obama said during his debates, like to kind of, I don't know, like it's something small, but Obama was like, a lot of people are thinking that I'm new here.
That's pretty good.
And what is this skinny guy up here doing running for the president? And Vivek said something almost exactly the same. He's like, I'm not even in politics, and I bet a lot of people are thinking, who is this skinny brown guy running for president? And it's just like, I remember hearing that from Obama.
Oh, damn.
So it's like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And so there was I heard other things like that too that he said that kind of mirrored what Obama said. And obviously, Obama's a charismatic speaker, so you're going to want to build off of what you see that works, right?
Yeah.
No shame in that game. One thing so that was one thing. The second thing that I would say that kind of, it's a little iffy is I do see Vivek going up and talking about God. Like, we have, God bless America.
I knew he was going to bring this point up.
Right?
Because he's not Christian.
He's not. He's a Hindu.
He's Hindu.
And Hindus
Really?
have
Yeah.
multiple gods.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I don't know if you're pandering or if you are denying your faith. Or if you're just picking a god in your head and saying, okay, thank God, whether it's Shiva or whoever, and this is now who I'm thinking when I say thank God, that is something that you should definitely let the American viewers
let
know, or the
people
American
know.
voters know that this is my religion. So when I say these things, this is who I'm talking about. When I say thank the Lord or we should pray to God, that this is, you're suggesting that we're praying to somebody else.
Then what? Is literally based off of time. Like the whole world is off of BC, before Christ,
Right.
Which is why it's a little bit interesting why people are like, we have that on our money. Like on our money, we base the whole
In God we trust, singular.
and God
Right.
God we trust. Yeah, singular, and the world's complete birth date is measured from year 0,
Right.
before
Yeah.
Christ, and
Crucifixions.
after death.
Right.
So it's like, how you can't, I don't know, dude. Even if you deny it, it's like our whole world is
Right.
based off of before Christ and after
the
death.
Judeo-Christian calendar.
100%.
Right. And so that kind of gets me
Yeah.
thinking, like, who are you saying that, we should be thankful to? That's my biggest thing. Because
Yeah.
when I know and I sit there and I go, thank God, like, Trump's alive, I know that it is the Judeo-Christian Jesus and his father that sits on the throne that I'm thankful to.
Yeah.
And that I am blessing with those words that I say, thank the Lord. Because you can bless the Lord too by praising him and say, no, I'm giving 100% praise and thanks and blessing the Lord and knowing that it is in his name that I'm thankful for. And there's no confusion about it. But when a politician is doing that who is not of the same religion, but we're talking about the same terminology or very similar terminology, it worries me because I don't know if you're pandering, if you're inconsistent with your religion, or if you don't even really understand the depths of what you're saying.
Yeah.
From a
Yeah,
spiritual
yeah.
perspective, and that kind of concerns me. So I keep a watchful eye on him. And yes, we are a nation that is supposed to separate church from politics, so I kind of keep that in the back of my mind too. It's like, well, we're supposed to keep church and state separate, But if you're going to be talking and using that
Kind
terminology,
of says something about his character.
kind of what
Yeah.
does that's what is for me. It leaves me with the question: what is that saying about your character?
Yeah.
It leaves more questions than answers on that aspect, and that's a very big aspect for me.
Yeah,
So that's one of the
exactly.
reasons why I'm kind of like.
Yeah.
But as far as policy, if you're just solely looking on policy, yeah, he's 100% America first, Constitution first, and that's what it seems like. So let's hope that continues on. But just something to be,
Yeah.
Worry about.
worry about, look out
Yeah.
for it. Can't trust everybody.
All right. So I'm running low on time here. I got about like 15 minutes. So I think we should look at like the other thing that happened that nobody cares about, but still happened yesterday.
What was that?
Jake Paul's fight.
No, I care. I don't want to say I cared about it. I cared in the fact that I like Mike Perry.
Huh?
I said I cared in the fact that I like Mike Perry.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Well, I like his bare knuckle stuff that he's done.
Okay, yeah. I haven't seen too much of him.
Yeah.
The only thing I know is he
Yeah.
does bare knuckle, and the only like real boxing fight he ever fought, he got knocked out. So
I
it's
didn't
like-
watch the fight last night.
Me neither. So I want to see the knockout.
Yeah, I watched it.
Who
I
got
didn't-
knocked
I didn't
out?
pay for pay per
Perry?
view. I watched
Mike
it the
Perry
next
got
day.
knocked out?
Yeah,
It was a
round
TKO.
6.
Dude,
Oh,
there's
TKO?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was an actual
TKO.
KO.
No, it was a TKO. He counted to about 8, saw that in his eyes he wasn't there, and was like, the
Jake
ref called
Paul's
it.
really just dropping these dudes
Jake
left
Paul
and right.
really. Here's the thing, though. If you
I
watch
don't
the fight,
know.
Yeah,
If you
he's
watch
not
the
like
fight-
full boxers though. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Do you think Manny Pacquiao, despite the size and weight difference, would knock
dude.
his
man, he
shit?
would dust him,
Dude.
dude. There's no
Absolutely, just
question
fucking rocking
about
shit.
it. At this age, I still think
It's
Pacquiao
like-
would just destroy him.
You think at this age?
At
still?
this age, I
Oh,
think
sh-
Pacquiao's technique is that good,
Think
where he would
Floyd?
still,
You think Floyd would whip him?
without question.
Oh yeah, dude. Floyd would have beat Logan. He would have if he wanted to, but he was
It
just
was
there
about
for
money.
like
He
the-
even said afterwards that I'm the best at legal bank robberies.
yeah.
That's what
yeah.
he said at the press conference. He's like, everyone's mad about this, about saying it's rigged, saying it's rigged. Look it, I'm the best at legal bank robberies. I'm the best. And I was like, oh shit, like, that was one of the G's things I've ever
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah.
I'm the best at legal bank robberies. Like, so he's letting you know it was fixed. I do not think the Mike Perry fight was fixed.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't think that shit was
Okay,
fixed.
let me see it.
He really
Do you have
does
it?
not like Jake Paul. You think it was fixed? Aiden? No? Okay. Yeah,
See if it'll
no.
load. Yeah, but I mean, I still think like people's biggest gripes with Jake Paul is the fact that he needs to pick like boxers that are like in the shit. You know
That's-
what I'm saying?
Right.
Not from fucking, bare knuckle boxing, not from like a UFC. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, get a
Not-
fucking professional boxer, you're boxing.
Uh huh.
Or go to UFC and get your ass
Yeah,
kicked.
just
Destroyed.
kicked. Destroyed.
Yeah.
Alright, let's watch
I
this.
thought he was like a big boxer. Every fight was kind of like ridiculous.
Oh damn.
But I think he's actually gonna be decent though. I think he's a decent guy.
I saw him boxing yesterday and was like, dude's got some pretty solid
Damn.
technique.
He's got to go against one person that knows that's in the game a little bit. He knocked him. Let's see how it works out.
I think his he looked, and I'm not a Paul fan, his
Oh,
stamina, it was there.
Yeah, even if I don't like him.
His footwork, he was quick. He wasn't stagnant or anything like that. His chin was tucked the entire time.
Okay.
So he was ready. Like I was telling Aiden, like after seeing all of like Jake Paul doing his thing, he had his footwork was on point. It's not like pro, but he wasn't stagnant. He was moving. Perry kept putting the pressure on him, and Paul was moving throughout the entire ring. So his footwork was solid. His technique was pretty good. He was pretty aggressive towards the end of the fight and was really laying out those jabs. His stamina, I was shocked, man. At the end of the fight, Logan didn't even look gassed, bro. He looked like he was like training. He looked
Jake
like
or Logan?
Jake.
Jake. I'm sorry, Jake.
Okay.
Jake looked like he was just like in training. He looked sweaty and
But he looked
breathing
like he was
heavy.
having
He
fun.
looked like
He
gassed.
looked like it looked like someone was like he was in the middle of training and someone was like, "Hey Jake, come here, let me talk to you." He's like, "What's up, bro?" like that. It looked like that. Like someone just stopped in the middle of his training and was like, "Yeah, what's up? We can talk." Yeah, no, like fully coherent.
Yeah.
So bare knuckle, he's Mike Perry's in bare knuckle.
Mike Perry's known for bare knuckle fighting,
Mhm.
and
He's
then
done
but
one
that's
real-
like kick. That's like UFC, right?
no, it's
No.
just it's no kicks or nothing like that. It's just
Motherfucker, dude.
bare knuckle.
Yeah.
And he lost to Jake Paul.
Yes.
Yeah, well, he's only done one real boxing match,
Mhm.
and that's the one he got knocked out in.
But here's the
But also,
But
he
he's-
got Conor McGregor fired him from bare knuckle boxing.
Who?
Perry.
Yeah, he fired
Yeah,
him.
but it wasn't
McGregor-
over beef. It wasn't actually
No,
like
no, it was because that he fought Jake Paul. He's like, congratulations, now you're fired. I don't fucking like Jake
I didn't
Paul
know
pretty much.
that.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It just like happened. So he's like,
I gotta look into
he's
that.
like, yeah, I'm glad you got your paycheck, but you ain't fine with me no more.
Wow. I
Conor
didn't know that.
McGregor owns the bare knuckle.
He owns whatever league Mike Perry fights for.
There's a couple different bare knuckle leagues, and he owns one of them.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a European league, and he owns one of them.
Conor
But, dude, these
McGregor made it
guys-
after fucking Floyd, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
serious.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's
that's
rolling in it
illegal
now.
bank robbery.
He's rolling in it now. But dude, honestly, Paul looked he looked like a fighter, bro. I didn't want to say, I'm like, dude, homeboy looks good. And I've been watching fighting for a very long time, boxing at least. I've been a big boxing fan since a little kid, watching De La Hoya in his prime, and all the greats, Lennox Lewis fighting, Mike Tyson, all the great heavyweights and stuff. He looked legit.
Yeah.
He looked legit. He looked prepared. He looked ready. He had the stamina. And I would say this, Mike Perry kept his hands down because the bare knuckle dudes kind of do that. They kind of fight like this,
Yeah.
So he kept his hands down, and he stood up way too tall like the bare knuckle dudes do in boxing, especially when people are doing
Gotta
the Philly
cover up,
shuffle
man.
and everything like
Yeah.
that for their defense. Everyone is low and tucked. The whole style is low and tucked. Perry was out there fighting like this. It's like, bro, your chin. Of course, it's like
You're asking
inviting-
for
you're
it. Yeah,
inviting
yeah,
it.
yeah,
It's like, what do they call air traffic control with the lights? Like, just right here, bud. Right here's
He's like,
chin.
right here, come on,
Yeah.
right here.
It almost looked like how a bully would be like, I'll give you a free one. He was hiding like this. I kid you. Did you get that?
He said, I'll give you a free one.
That's how bad it was. That's how bad Perry's chin was out. I'll give you a free one,
pal.
Make my day. Yeah, he literally looked like he was one of those guys that was about to start fighting, like with chest out. Like,
Yeah.
No, that's funny
It's
as
like, come on, let me
fuck.
give it to you. Let me give it to you.
No, that's funny as shit.
yeah, no, but he hey man,
No, boy.
Yeah. I
between
don't
the
think-
two, it definitely looked like it was a clear win.
Yeah.
It was a clear win.
I don't doubt Jake Paul's skill.
He's at
I just want him
6'2".
to pick better
Peer
opponents,
juice?
dude.
Yeah.
I feel like he's just like every opponent that he fights is usually like not in the same boxing league. You know
No.
what I'm saying?
He definitely.
He started
Besides,
picking them fights.
No, you're
Yeah,
right.
besides Tyson Fury, which is the only one he lost. So
he puts in the
Wait,
work, bro.
what?
Tyson
Fury.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm thinking of Deontay Wilder and Fury. I'm like, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh wait, is Tyson? Which one's the younger brother? That's Tyson, right?
Who are you talking about? Who's the younger
Um,
brother?
Yeah, because
Logan and Jake? Are you talking about?
no, with the Fury brothers. There's,
Oh yeah, because Tyson's the British guy. He's
yeah,
Tyson
but
Fury's
he has a
big
younger
British dude.
brother that
Yeah.
fought Jake Paul.
Oh yeah.
I
Yes.
just forget what
And
his-
I was thinking, I was like, I know Tyson Fury didn't fight. I was thinking of Deontay Wilder fight. That's who
Yeah,
he
yeah.
fought
Mm.
and annihilated Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Okay.
I think a lot of people's beef with Jake is he kind of has skipped over a lot of the grind that most boxers
I
put
think
themselves
so.
through.
Yeah, he's
that
made
too.
probably
A lot of-
10 times the amount of money. Shit.
Right, and that's another thing,
nothing
too.
close to fucking Floyd. I don't even know about Manny. Do you think Pacquiao's like rolling in it? He's
Oh,
just
yeah,
humble.
Dude, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's rolling.
He's just
Yeah.
humble.
Dude, especially
'Cause he
with
doesn't-
super humble.
he
with the
doesn't-
Floyd fight, they probably.
But
got
he's
him.
also very much so a philanthropist, and he's done a lot of stuff for
the Philippines
for
community.
the Philippines. I mean, he was even like a governor
Yeah.
or something
Yeah,
like that
he
too.
was.
Like he went back and did politics before he went back to
They
boxing again.
love him out there.
Love
bro.
that dude out there, and he's again super humble, super chill.
Yeah.
There's been so many fights where he's because he's not like an aggressive looking dude. There's so many fights where the actual stare down have had to stop because he keeps laughing at the guy.
Yeah. He's like,
I'm sorry.
No, and his voice too. It's like he looks intimidating
like
sometimes,
mouthy.
and then it's like kind of like not puny, but just a little
Yeah,
bit like
yeah.
you wouldn't expect to be that like.
like
It's
Mike
not as
Tyson's
deep.
voice.
It's not as deep as you would expect.
Right.
It, you know. So he's like looking at. He's like, all right, man. He's like, all right. So you're gonna
Yeah.
let that guy with that voice just fucking kick your ass?
Okay, that's like
No,
saying
I know,
Mike Tyson.
I know.
no.
I know.
But
I
yeah,
know.
Mike
no, I
Tyson.
think-
has
It was all a
the
joke.
Yeah.
Don't get triggered, Manny Pacquiao fans. He's a badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and we're fans.
Yeah,
We're
we are
of
fans.
Pacquiao.
Yes.
Yeah, that is true though. Like imagine, like this dude kicking your ass. Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, you
Dude, I'm
Here you go.
telling Pacquiao got the
Yeah.
hands, man. But
All right. Well, how much time do you have left?
I gotta go like right now, but I did find the tweet where McGregor fired.
All right, let's
Fire that
read
dude.
it out.
He said,
Screenshot it. Send it so I can put it
"Yeah,
up.
I got you." Hey Mike, oops, hold up. He said, "Hey Mike, you're released and you can go and compete in your smelly, dirty boxing championship thing. The smell of it. Good luck. You're fired."
the smell of it, the smell of it,
The smell of it.
you
Yeah.
dirty
Fire.
puss.
That's so funny.
Just like that, bro. In
Yeah.
a tweet, fired his ass.
Well, I'm looking for our list of isms or our book of isms. I was gonna see if we just want to go ahead and wrap it up while Xander's here, so we can just
Yeah, just
Yeah,
wrap it
yeah.
up.
end that.
It was
Unless
a good episode today.
Yeah,
Was a good episode, man.
Short and sweet.
definitely talked about a lot. Do you have? I think the book is actually in my bag. Do you have that message that I sent you, Ethan? With the
Yeah. Go ahead and conversate while I.
yeah. Look that up.
Let's
And I
see.
sent it to you, right?
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Yeah. So, anyways, definitely had a lot to talk about. A lot of things discussed. Craziness happening. Guests coming up on the next couple of episodes that we got. And Zan, thank you for all them hot topics.
Thank you.
Hot topics, keeping us afloat with what's going on.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
news.
If you can't find it, I got a short little ism for you.
Oh, Zan, you want
Go ahead, Zan.
Yeah, let's break down.
All right.
Go for it, Zan.
So, it
found
will. Yeah, I got
Okay.
one for y'all. So,
Yeah.
God won't put you on a mountain you can't climb.
God won't put you on a mountain.
So
that you
pretty
can't
much,
climb.
if y'all are struggling, you think you can't get through it, you wouldn't be in that position if God didn't think you could make it through it.
Yeah. If you didn't think you could handle it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
facts. That's facts. That's a good one.
You know, there's also the notion of being put into these crazy times and tribulations to fully break you so that you, like on the opposite end of that coin, yes, that's true, but there are also going to be situations where you're going to walk in where you need to be broken. So you'd be
Mhm.
like, you know what, I've been doing this on my own thinking it's me. God, take over.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you may get put into a situation that is totally overwhelming.
Humbles you.
And that's
Mhm.
okay too, because it's going to humble you and
Yeah.
it's going to make you more reliant upon the Lord. But yes, I agree with that, man. If there's a mountain there and God puts you on it, there's probably an instance where you got this, that He was
Yes,
thinking,
sir.
nah, even if it's a test, you're going to get through it.
Exactly.
I'll mess with it.
Yes, sir.
Yep,
I'll mess
yep.
with it.
Quick
Well, with
little
that
short
being
one
said,
for
man,
y'all.
I
Yeah.
like it short and sweet, bro.
Mhm.
Xander, he's a working guy, so he's got other things to do than just entertain all y'all out
Yeah, unfortunately.
there. He's also saving lives
Yeah.
while he's doing it. But with that being said, this is a great episode. We got a lot more coming up for you on the next episodes this season. New guests on the horizon, so stay in tune for that. With that being said, Ethan, why don't you sign us out, man?
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching Season 2, Episode 3. This episode, we talked a lot about politics. I know the last couple episodes, we've kind of been sprinkling that in a lot. But
It's election season.
Yeah.
but you know, it's election
Yeah.
season. It's hot right now,
hot,
and
man.
a lot of people are finding it interesting, especially under the circumstances between the two candidates, or I guess one new candidate that's about to rise. So who knows? Maybe
Yeah,
next
yeah.
episode we might even talk
We might
more
have
about
more
it.
updates.
But yeah, guys, whatever you guys have as far as personal opinions, personal thoughts, drop them out in the comments. We want to see them. If we get enough of them, we even react to them on the pod, right?
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for watching the episode. Like, comment, and subscribe. Check out all of our Season 1 episodes. And Hannah, our first ever female guest, was last episode. Check that one out. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in Episode 4.
Later.
Peace.